Muthuswamy. Okay. Let's everyone join this meeting, then we'll start. By the way, guys, tomorrow we are doing a webinar. Again, from industry, different mentors gonna be there. So if you are interested, you can join that webinar. And again, the benefit is directly you can talk to the people who are already working on high-paying roles in the industry. Let's everyone join. Let's wait for the moment. Okay. Hi Weber, how are you? Good evening. Hello Ankit. Let's everyone join, guys. Shubhashish. Hello Shubhashish. Good evening. That's great, Weber. When did you complete it and from where did you complete it? Did you complete it from us? So let's everyone join, guys. Sorry. So Nilikanti Shiva is asking, hey, hello Shiva. So guys, one quick announcement because you all have joined right now. Tomorrow we are doing a webinar, okay? And that webinar you can find in any of our recent video. You can join that webinar. What is the benefit of that webinar? We have invited some of the statistical programmer or biostatistician. The benefit of this webinar, we're going to discuss on a lot of topic like fresher hiring, impact of AI, skills, and many other things. On top of that, you can directly talk to the people who are already working in the industry. So for you, it is like one-to-one, directly asking them the questions. I joined in September last year, and June I have completed my training in Hyderabad with R Programming. Okay, that's great, Weber. Not getting job in market. Weber, you need to try something new. It's not only gathering the skill. After gathering the skill, the next part is applying the jobs. You need to master the applying jobs. If you master applying jobs, for sure a job is waiting for you. Always remember, those who are struggling, that you need only one job. To crack that one job, what you need to do, that you need to figure out. If you're lacking in the technical, just work on the technical. If you're lacking in getting interviews, just work on getting interviews. Guys, first confirm me that my audio and video is clear to you or not, or it's lacking. Subhashish, I think you can see my number on the YouTube. Once you go to the main page, you will see my number, that is 8733986003. So you can connect to me. Recently we are planning to launch a budget friendly batch, okay, that will cover entire SAS software, entire clinical part. And when we say a budget friendly, it will be the best possible price we gonna offer. On top of that, with complete syllabus, we're not gonna skip the things, okay? So Shubhashish, that's great that today only we were discussing in the morning, and in the evening you have asked me. So surely we gonna announce on YouTube as well, but you can reach me out meanwhile, and maybe we can offer you that, and it's gonna work for you. That's great, Vaibhav. Yes, sir. All visible and audible. So Vaibhav, as you are mentioning, you have learned this skill, but one thing, Vaibhav, one question is to you. Just point out the ways you are trying to applying jobs. What are the ways you are trying to get interviews or for applying jobs? And meanwhile, if you want, you can join tomorrow's webinar, because tomorrow again some statistical programmer from industry. So this is our second webinar. So what we do in this webinar, we invite some of the working professionals who are working as a statistical programmer and students. So students can directly interact with the people who got selected in the past, and plus they are working currently, so they can directly guide you. You can directly ask the questions to them. And if you want the link for that webinar, the charge is around 100 rupees and you can join that webinar, but it's going to be worth for you. I'm trying on LinkedIn. 2 interviews I have attended. Which company's interview and which months? You are trying on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is a platform. What is the way you are using, or what are the way in which way you are applying for jobs? RP9431 is telling medical coding, but medical coding what? What is the complete question? Quanticate, okay. So Quanticate is mostly taking the interview and they are calling the people to Hyderabad, right? I think so. You have you went to Hyderabad. Sorry. Second is SCL technology, okay. So what happened is the interview was difficult. If you have to rate yourself in both of these interviews, how much you gonna rate? If you have to rate your interview in Quanticate and SCL technology, how much you gonna rate yourself? Five. Okay. So have you noted down the questions, Vaibhav? Are you working on those questions like which you are unable to answer? You should always write down just after the interview. The very first thing you should do, write down all the questions asked by the interviewer and write down if possible their name as well. Always ask the name and designation of the person who is taking an interview, and then mark those questions into red, yellow and green. Red ones which you are unable to answer, yellow ones in which you got confused, and red ones green ones which you have answered correctly. Sorry. Alien is asking, sir, I attended Parexel clinical data scientist. That's great. Alien, when did you attended the Parexel interview, and what's your original name? Here it's showing Alien 5200. In which month you have given the interview? And I'm trying to understand, guys. Here a lot of people are telling they got an interview, but what happened? I'm trying to understand what happened wrong from your end, whether it was technical or non-technical. So Alien, in which month you have given the interview, and how many rounds they have taken? On top of that, if you have to rate out of 10, how much you gonna rate yourself in the Parexel interview? 2 days before, okay. And would you like to share how do you got the interview? Through LinkedIn, you have reached out through message, or you have applied through a job post, or through a referral? So see, 2 days before, and how much you gonna rate yourself, Alien, in the Parexel interview? MBA Chauhan Shahik. Is there any possibility work from home for non-certified? Yes, obviously. Yes, sir. Both they tested communication skill and like they said to write syntax. Okay, okay. But what's your rating, Alien, out of 10? I don't, there are very less opportunities. That is the sad reality, guys. That is what you know. Our population is very high, and so if 100 jobs are there, to be frank, 1000 people are easily behind that. So you need to outperform in the market. Wherever you feel that here I need to work, you need to work on it. Obviously you're going to struggle for 1 or 1.5 year, but that is what success needs from you, right? Whenever you want to get successful in anything, it needs patience and continuous effort. If you're making continuous effort, if not today, tomorrow you're going to get it. For me, when I started my journey long back, it took 1.5, maybe 1.5. So like that was 6 or 7 years back. So how I can tell you guys that it can be quick for you. I myself faced a lot of rejections before getting into this industry. Okay, you have given your best hoping for your best. Okay, you have given your best hoping for the best. Okay, that's great. You can take follow-up at least after 7 working days. And what's your real name, Alien? Okay. So see guys, here when we are connected in the live discussion, sometimes even I am not aware which interviews are going on, but from this live itself we got to know about 3 interviews, right? Quanticate I also know because recently one of our candidate also got the interview. So Quanticate, SCL and Parexel. So sometimes you might feel there is no interview or nothing is going on, but see, someone is getting rejected and someone gonna get selected. Simply things that makes me happy. Pratik Majmudar. Hello sir, I hope you are doing good. What I understood from hiring process is that with SAS companies are now moving towards extra stuff like R. Also if you have SDM Adam is best. Yes. So that's why Pratik in our training we have involved this R as well. Even we have added Python as well. So we are giving the option. We have made the project more deeper and more strong, the project part compared to earlier, and we have added R as well and Python as well. So if students want to add in their learning R and Python, they can add, and that is what I am suggesting to fresher guys. Along with SAS, now slowly R is becoming must for you, along with SAS and clinical. Earlier people were getting job or entry with SAS and clinical only, but now R got added in the list, so it became mandatory somehow. At least in the hiring, it's not kind of mandatory, but yeah, if you are having it, it is increasing the chances up to 10 or 20%. Sai Teja. Okay, I'm from Hyderabad. So Sai, do you got connected on call earlier? If you have my number, ping me by telling hi, this is Sai here, or ping me on LinkedIn. I would like to connect further with you about the interview. Okay. So you can go on my channel, and at the channel at the top you will see my you can click on my channel name, and you'll go to the main page of channel where you can see bottom all the videos, and at the top you can see my number. or even you can ping me on LinkedIn. Okay. My number is 8733986003. And even my LinkedIn profile is there in the video description, or if you go to click on the channel, you'll find my number and LinkedIn as well. So okay. Guys, I can see 12 people, but there are 0 likes. Why like this? Guys, in the coming days, we are trying to create something like where we can. The main important thing from your, whenever I'm doing Q&A is interview. And the problem is that it's not like there are 0 interviews. In the live itself, at least sometimes I see 3-4 people, sometimes I see 1-2 people, sometimes 5-6 people are telling I got interviews this company. But very less people are aware about the interviews. Okay, so sometimes we are not aware about the interviews, or we are not getting to know on time. We are working on creating something, a platform where we can quickly let you know about the interviews, and even about the interview questions and interview pattern. We are trying to create something where we can let you know about the interview questions, pattern, and about the interviews. And the process should be quick, because right now what happening, there is no single platform where all the interviews are available. Not all the interviews, but the post related to all interviews are available. When the post is coming, till the time a lot of applications are already filled, right? So let's see. Let me note it down. Okay. Sorry. Okay, and those who are still in the journey, guys, they can join the webinar. Tomorrow we are having around 10:30, and again, you can directly talk to the mentors, those who are working in different CROs like Lilly, LabCorp, Efficacy. Directly you can talk to them and get an idea. And what I found, connecting with the people who are already working in the industry, that's going to be helpful for you. Talking to them, getting idea. It's not about a single person. The more number of people you are connecting, the more number of people from whom you are getting the idea clarity. So not one person gonna help you, not one person suggestion gonna help you. Connecting to more people, getting the idea, getting the suggestion, implementing the changes inside you or in your strategy, that's gonna help you. And in the same direction, we are trying to make a step by creating webinars with the mentor, directly with the people who are working in the industry. Okay. Okay. Vishnu is asking, sir, how many months it will take to complete both SAS and R? 5 months. See, if you want to, contribute more, or if you are ready to contribute more hours, then 4 months. If you are contributing average hours, then 5 months. but in 5 months you will be robust. So 4 to 5 months easily you can reach out to good level in both SAS and R. Guys, what my suggestion is, don't be like we have seen horses, right? So they easily get distracted, or get aggressive, and that's why they have this in the eyes, that cover, right? So they cannot see here and there, mostly they see straight. So why we are doing that? We have just covered, when we are talking about, after learning this SAS, R and clinical, we think only about one role, that is clinical. But you can try to data analysis, data engineering, data science. If you are learning SAS and R, if you are spending money to learn SAS and R, if possible, if you have money, spend little money in learning Python. Or if you don't have little more money, just learn the Python through internet. Try it from internet. If you have money, just learn SAS and R Python, so you can make yourself eligible into multiple roles, not only SAS and R. Not only clinical. You can try yourself into multiple domains. You can just try yourself to data engineering, data analysis, data science. Now you can tell me, sir, after learning only SAS R, or along with SAS R Python, how come we can become eligible for this? There might be few more things are required. Yes, obviously few more things are required, but these are the foundation. If you have SAS, R and Python knowledge, so you get exposure to multiple role. You are not limited to single role. So open up your eyes and just try to capture all the relevant roles related to data. I know it's not easy, but it's not that much difficult as well, if you have robust knowledge. Okay. Anand, any advice for B Pharma student who are in final year, want to get into SAS? It's not, the role is not SAS. SAS is a software. See, if you want to get into statistical programmer role, the best thing you should do, must learn SAS fully. You must learn clinical fully, along with the project, creating SDM, ADM, table listing. At least three data sets, 3 SDM, 3 ADM, 3 table, 3 listing. And then you must do SAS certification if possible, and you must learn R. These are the investment you have to do in yourself. You need to do the investment of maybe money and time. You need to learn these skills. For a few seconds, instead of watching on the screen, I was watching in front of light. I don't know what I was thinking. So learning two software, SAS and R, learning the clinical part and doing the SAS certification. By doing this, you want to ensure that you want to be one of the most eligible candidate for this role. And once you get the skills, you need to work on the applying part. Apply in the way that you should be one of the top candidate in the application. How you can do that? There are multiple ways, guys. People generally apply through one or two ways, which are very common, applying through job post or reaching out to people. But recently I started telling people that start posting on LinkedIn, create your network. People watch, people like, those who are people creating content on LinkedIn, putting relevant post, creating PPTs, decoding the things, even it is small. You might feel कि ये चीज़ तो पहले से ही है, but don't worry, you should start with the basics, right? Whatever you are learning, just decode, put those things on LinkedIn. Let other people know you are the part of same community, same tribe. Visibility is very much important after having skill. That is the advice for you, Anand, and for everyone. Okay. Vishnu, sir, I'm currently working in medical coding, like the job, but one of my senior advised me to go to a clinic that if it will be helpful, is medical coding is a waste of time, future sir, tell me. See, whatever job you are doing, that is not waste of time, right? Not all of us get to know what to do in life in the beginning itself, okay? Only 20% of people or max 30% of people, they get to know after the college or during the college itself what they should do in life, what should be their career roadmap, in which direction they have to go. Only 30% are getting aware or getting an idea or getting the clarity. Remaining 70 to 80% people go through the same route. After their college they start XYZ job, and then in the XYZ job they get to know there are better jobs, there are better careers, there are better growth, better salary, and then they start upskilling themselves. The best thing you should ever do, that whenever you get an idea, the change is what you have to do. Change, you cannot be constant in life, you have to change yourself. It's not like the college which have taught you in 3 years, that is everything. You need to see what is the actual skill that is required in the market. In that also, which are the top roles. You need to prepare yourself. Even if you don't land in the worst case in the top roles, not today, after 1 year you're gonna land, or 2 year you're gonna land, but at least after 2 year your career and everything gonna change, right? You're gonna be on a different stage or different phase, and in the worst case you'll be at good position, because if you're learning good things at the high level things, your understanding increases with that. You're gonna be the best on whatever you are doing. So my advice is very simple. It's not only about clinical SAS. Whatever you found that is good for you, take a step and make it into a action plan. Like, take a step, gather the idea, create a roadmap, and take the action. Start implementing. Don't think too much. Sometimes we spend years in just thinking. Okay. So guys, I can see 10 people here. If you have any more questions, you can ask one by one. Vishnu, if you like if you like medical coding, then give your best in the medical coding. If you love your work, that is the best thing you can ever have in your life. If you love your work, you are getting good salary, you are happy with your work, manager, team, colleague, company, everything. Not like you are happy with everything, at least if 70% of things you are happy with your job, then you should continue your work. There is no question in that. But in any point of time you feel, okay, my salary is lacking a lot as per the market, salary is not good, growth is not good, work-life balance is not good, growth is not good, technical, so then you should take action, then you should upskill. Abhishek, actually the vacancies are cyclic. Some months gonna have more vacancies, some months gonna have less vacancies. Again, some year gonna have more vacancies, some year gonna have less vacancies. So those things are cyclic. You cannot pretend in that way. But The journey starts once you are ready. You should give your best. Whatever you are doing, try to be in the top 20% or top 10%. If you're learning the skill, learn like you should be in the top 20. If you're applying for jobs, apply like you should be in the top 20. And what are all steps needs to be taken that you have to decide. I already created a lot of videos. You can get an idea from them. Patil. Vishnu is asking, is it okay to pursue it for a long time? Medical coding for a long time, I'll not suggest. CDM programmer, statistical programmer, you can go for long term. But again, if you are happy with the things, then for sure you should go for long term. But if you personally ask to me, I'll suggest go for statistical programmer or CDM programmer. Hello sir, I have offer from IBM. Should I join or not? For which role? It depends upon the role. And you have this offer as in fresher. What's your educational background? Shiva. Yes, and what are incoming? Shiva, all this you can just connect me and get an idea. You can drop me a message or give me a call. We can discuss in detail. Boni is asking, can I get into SAS now? See, it's not SAS, it's statistical programmer. And now it needs you to learn SAS as well and R as well, along with the clinical knowledge. Then you should go for it. You should go with it. If you feel that they have good projects, then it's all about learning. Don't care about the company. If you got those learnings, there are tons of companies waiting for you. If you prepare yourself for statistical programmer role, means clinical SAS role, by default you get the knowledge of CDM programmer role. You don't need to do a separate training for that. So don't get trapped into it. Just get the training for clinical SAS, that is statistical programmer role, and by default you get the knowledge of CDM as well. So if someone is telling CDM, they're going to give you CDM training differently, so nothing such unique is there for the CDM programmer. Anywhere if you are getting the training for statistical programmer role, so you are eligible for two roles, statistical programmer as well and CDM programmer as well. Now coming to salary, obviously statistical programmer salary is little high compared to CDM programmer, but little. Bhushan. Hello Bhushan, good evening. Okay. So guys, I can see 14 people here. If you have any questions, you can ask one by one, or else we can wind up this live discussion for today. And if you are feeling this live discussion is helpful for you, then you can give a like, thumbs up. How much time is required to crack SAS base if we give full day prep? See, first of all, I don't believe in full day preparation. I believe a maximum 5 hours cap is enough. Okay? After that, you get bombarded. You're gonna get busted. You're not gonna do anything unique. So 5 hours preparation is enough max in a day. And on an average, you should give 2 to 3 hours. Now, if you want to crack, then we should first count the learning part. To learn all the required skills like SAS, Clinical and R, it's gonna take 4 months, okay? Not 4 months. SAS gonna take easily 2 months, R can take easily 2 months, Clinical can take easily 1.5 months. So 4 plus 5.5 months, and 6 months in total. 4 to 6 months. Within 4 to 6 months, you can make ready yourself. If you are giving good time, then within 4 to 5 months. With the average time, easily within 6 months, you can make yourself ready to crack any of the company interview. Shubham Wale, SAS plus R plus clinical domain recorded course available? Yes, Shubham, it's available. Patel, I am in data governance, data quality field. What skill I can learn more would be relevant profile? First, I would like to know before suggesting you what skills you already have, which tools knowledge you are having or software knowledge you are having. Then I can tell you the remaining which is needed for you, Patel. Yes, Shubham, it's available. You can connect to me. Sumit, I'm confused about SDM and ADAM datasets. Should I learn all domains knowledge or make dataset? Tell me something about that. Sumit, at least create 3 SDM dataset, 3 ADAM dataset, 3 tables and 3 listings. That is enough. More than enough to crack interviews, okay? Boni, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling, either through in the video description you will find one-to-one counseling option, or either you can directly connect me. My number is there in the YouTube. You can go to the main page and at the top at the thumbnail you can see my number, and there we can discuss the content in detail and about the price as well, and then you can decide whether you want to take a recorded course, because recently we're gonna launch a batch that gonna be most affordable batch. So right now we are planning to 3 different types of training. One gonna be the most affordable, so clinical SAS training, then clinical SAS 2.0 and then clinical SAS 3.0. So clinical SAS training gonna be for those all who want the affordable batch, that gonna be the most affordable batch. Clinical SAS 2.0 who are ready to invest little more, but they'll get R and other things. And clinical SAS 3.0, we're gonna include everything from SAS to R to clinical to Python to internship to basis exam preparation, that is end to end. So yeah, Patel is telling I'm working in Informatica, IDM, IDMC and SQL. So you should learn SAS, then R and then Python. If you learn these tools, your chances are good. You can become the clinical data scientist, data engineer or data scientist in general, in any other industry as well, and in clinical as well. These tools gonna give you a better edge. Okay. So guys, come on, if you have more questions you can ask one by one. I can see 10 people here in the live. Sanket is asking, sir, CDM to SAS switch is possible? Sanket is asking, sir, CDM to SAS switch is possible? which skills are needed to switch from CDM to SAS? See, Sanket, you need to understand, I don't know you are working in CDM or which role, but your question is whether it is possible or not. So see, CDM is a department, it's not a single role. So in CDM department there are multiple roles. Some people are working with the softwares like SAS, R or Python in CDM. Those are known as per my knowledge, CDM programmer. Okay, and these programmers finalize the data and then create an final raw data set using the tools like SAS, R or Python. Their salaries are high, and that's why I tell people, if you are taking training for statistical programmer role, you get the CDM knowledge as well, because in statistical programmer role training as well, you learn this SAS, R or Python tools. Now coming to your question whether it is possible. So see, if you are already working as in CDM programmer role, so you just need to learn the project part, clinical part, and you can switch. But if in the CDM role you are into a role where you are using some other tool, not SAS, R and Python, or using some basic tool like Excel or some other tool, so you need to learn SAS and R and then clinical knowledge. And obviously it's totally possible, because just after CDM, statistical programmer role is there. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, that's great. Veera Gupta is asking, what approach should I adopt to learn SAS? I have done a course but still not getting confident. I try to understand the concept but cannot remember everything. See, to just make walk, we are training a lot to robots, right? To just make the robot to walk, we are training a lot. But you, being a human, we easily walk, right? We do a lot of tasks that is very much difficult for computers. We do a lot of tasks. How we are able to do with so much, in a efficient way and in a great way, walking and all those things, that is very much difficult for robots, because we have tried good amount of numbers. We have tried walking in the childhood, and now we are continuously doing it since years. Same way, it's not something you should be perfect, Veera Gupta or Gupte, in SAS, but you should be consistent. Every day you need to put effort, you need to keep learning, you need to try to understand the concept. Even if you are lacking, don't worry. Your work is not to be the perfect guy. Your work should be that I am a consistent guy. Every hour I am contributing 1 hour or 2 hours in the practice. And why I like understanding the concept, why it is difficult? I feel personally it's not that much difficult. See, a language is nothing but you are talking to the software. So when you are writing data in SAS software, you are telling the software SAS that I want to create a data, right? When you are writing input, you are telling the software you want to create variables. When you are writing proc print, you are telling the software you want to print the data, right? When you are using proc transpose, you want to transpose your data from vertical to horizontal. So the much you practice, see, my background is mechanical, but why I am confident so much in SAS software? Because I did it, right? I practice, and once I got the job, it became daily work, right? Just try to understand in a clear way. If I am writing this, why I am writing this? Every time you are writing a code in the software, you are talking to the software. You should know the meaning of the code. What you are writing, you should know the meaning of that. So don't skip anything if you don't know the meaning. If you are writing in a, let's suppose, proc transpose code, you need to write ID statement, by statement, right? Then war statement. Why I am writing ID in proc transpose? Why I am writing war? Why I am writing by, write the definition, create notes, handwritten notes. On top of that handwritten notes, you should solve questions. Daily try to solve 2 to 3 questions minimum. If you have more time, solve 5 questions minimum, and those should be scenario based questions. If you don't have any idea about questions, just go to SAS website, and there is a practice exam. Simply write base SAS practice exam, and you will get to the SAS website, and you can get good amount of questions along with data, and just solve those questions, and then you're gonna be slowly confident. See, I have seen people who are having 5 years of experience, but they are not that much confident because, or they are not sure about it something sometimes. So it's not about getting perfect, okay? You just need to practice, and once you practice, once you spend some time, some year, it's gonna be by default in your mind. You don't need to remember anything. It's like just walking and eating food and drinking water. You don't need to do any science behind that. Once you begin with something, it feels like science and something like how, or it feels like research. But once you spend some time, once you practice it, once you try to understand deep, after some months or years, it becomes very nominal thing for you. Even in sleeping, you can remember those things. What's the future demand in clinical SAS? See, the future and demand is good, the salary is good. The only thing is, as you all know, that right now in the market, for every 100 job there are 1,000 people, so you need to be a good candidate, okay, at least in the top 20 or 30%. See, getting selected or not getting selected, that is not in your hand. Getting the knowledge, that is in your hand. Taking the action, that is in your hand. Don't worry what is not in your hand. Don't worry which you cannot predict. Just do what is there in your hand. I'm not talking about this role, for any other role, for any role you are preparing. If it is good, you should go for it. If you are failing, fail fast. Don't fail in one thing in 10 years. In 10 years, you should fail in at least 5 things. So at least you'll reach somewhere, right? Sanket, not only with SAS, you need to minimum learn SAS and clinical along with the projects. So in software, you need to must learn SAS and R, and then in clinical, you need to learn the clinical part, that is creating SDM Adam table listing. So guys, just allow me for a minute. Okay. Ganesh is asking, hi, I learned SAS, now I must have to be in clinical SAS, only SAS is enough. No. See, the minimum skill requirement is SAS, and then clinical. In clinical especially, you should have the project knowledge. What is protocol, SAP, mock shell, all the study documents you should know. Must, that is must. All the study documents that is used, you should know. Okay, especially which a statistical programmer should know. I can tell you some of the documents you should know: protocol, SAP, spec, mock shell, ICF, CRF, okay, ECRF. All these documents you should must know, and then you should know how to create SDM. Then you should know, I don't know why I was just watching in front of the, instead of camera, I was watching in front of the light and speaking. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. So you should know from the clinical SDM Adam table listing, these 4 things. These gonna be enough. And on top of that, one more thing, R. So in software, you should learn minimum. What my suggestion is, SAS and R. And in the clinical part, what I have explained, those things you should know. That makes you a complete candidate for a company, to be frank. So guys, I can see 11 people are live. watching this, but only 5 people have given the thumbs up. Where are remaining people? If you found this video interesting, just give a thumbs up, a like. Okay. So guys, it seems I have taken your questions. 14 people are live, 10 likes are there. Guys, come on, if you have more questions, just ask me. I'm ready to answer your questions here. And if you're not having enough questions, we can wind up this live discussion soon. How to get the job with SAS? I know CRF, Protocol Clinical Project CTM as in Adam. If you know all these things, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling. In the video description, you'll find Kyanis one-to-one counseling link. You can connect me, and there I can personally guide you some ways which you can follow and approach the job. Some of the ways I have already shared on my channel. You can find a lot of videos how to find jobs, and if you want to connect me one-to-one and get the guidance, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling and get the guidance. Saurabh, hello sir, I have given assessment test last week for Parexel, but I didn't got interview call till now. See, what I have seen, a company easily takes 8 to 10 working days to revert you. Okay, it doesn't matter which round it is, but it takes 8 to 10 working days. So at least give them 10 or 8 working days, and then you should think, okay, you didn't got the response, and then what you can do after 8 to 10 working days, you can just reach out to the HR, take a follow-up, or the manager who took your interview. If a manager got, or senior, someone from the company got involved, you can reach out to him or her. If you have the number, don't directly call them, write a mail. If you don't know how to write a mail properly, draft it using ChatGPT and ping them. Suchitra, I have completed clinical science course recently, but not getting interview call. So see, in the comment section, Suchitra, I can see some of the people have shared that they got interview in Parexel. Some of them have shared different companies. Recently, one of our students got selected in one of the company. And 3 of the students got the interview, but they didn't got the response yet. We are waiting for them. And one of the student got the interview and he got selected. So what happens sometime, like you'll always find the situation, some people are always getting the interview and some people are not getting. So you just need to try your best, Suchitra, and try your best and apply in the best possible way. See what are the possible ways of applying for a job. So 3 of the ways I have shared. One, apply through company's website if their mail ID is available. Reach out to working professional directly on LinkedIn. Just talk to them. Tell them that you are looking for a job. Show your skills to them. Means tell with the points. And third is applying through job post which is available on LinkedIn. And the fourth and the best one which I am seeing currently that is on trend, that is showing your skills directly to the people by posting the relevant content on LinkedIn, like creating an PPT about whatever you know and decoding the things. If you want to connect me through like one-to-one, you can connect me through one-to-one and there we can discuss more in detail. Arc by Ruchi. What is the biggest mistake we made as a beginner in this field? See, the biggest mistake people do that they got motivated by the salary and growth and everything, work from home, but they don't know behind the scene we need to put good effort. You need to be consistent during the journey. You cannot be like कि कुछ दिन मेहनत की और कुछ दिन नहीं की. It's not gonna work, to be frank, guys. You need to be consistent. Once you have decided for anything, not only clinical SAS, you want to become anything, and that is great and good. You need to be consistent during the process. Even though after completing the learning process, trying your best, even though you are not getting the result, you need to be again consistent, and soon you're gonna hear some rejections or few things, and finally it's gonna work for you. And keep yourself open for all the options. Okay, don't be like कि इसमें ही करना है. Keep yourself open for all the option. So basically we start something that this is good for us, salary is great, everything is great, but we forgot it's a journey. If just by seeing that is great for me, and we just try it, that not gonna work, right? You need to try in the best possible way. You need to be consistent. So because good things gonna test you, it's not easy. Kyanis, hi sir, my friends also interested in learning, sir, but offline class. So obviously we can do an offline class for you if you are a group of people 5 or 10, even if it is 5 or 10. So we can do the class in Vadodara offline. Just allow me for a minute, guys. मम्मी मेरा मीटिंग चालू है, एक मिनट.
मीटिंग करूँ, हम बैठे कपड़ा चेंज कर दूँ.
Okay, I have occupied this room and my mom came. I told her meeting is going on, kind of live. Okay. So Suchitra. So that was like Ganesh. Yeah, if you are a group of people, we can do an offline separate class for you guys. Okay. So Chitra, okay, thank you sir. We'll be connecting with you in one-to-one counseling. Yes, for sure. Because connecting one-to-one is totally different, where you just tell what you're doing, and I just hear one-to-one and I answer you accordingly, directly. Hello, Leon. What's your name? Here it's showing Leon. I don't know it's Leon or Ian. But hello to you. Veera Gupta. One more question, sir. As a beginner, can I learn SAS sufficiently if I'm full-time working? Will I have to leave my job, learn full-time if I have to go through? Okay. If your job allows you to have 3 hours, if while doing your job you can have 2 to 3 hours, if you can have 2 to 3 hours, then along with your job you can learn. But if your job doesn't allow you even 2 hours, means by doing along with your job you are not getting even 2 hours or 3 hours, minimum it should be 2 hours. But if you are not even getting that 2 or 3 hours, then you might have to think to leave that job, because getting into a bad company and working for long with a role where no growth is there, no further things are there, it's better to take a break, upskill yourself, take a risk. I don't know you're gonna get the reward or not, but at least you'll develop an appetite and you will try something new instead of being with a bad job for years or spending your life in something where you're not interested. So what I believe, guys, till the time you are reaching to 14, take all the risk you want to take. Take all the risk, don't worry about other things. Things gonna be managed, but don't compromise with your actions. If you want to take action for which is something better for you, it's not only clinical science, what so on, it's for your health, it's for your technical skill, it's for your wealth, it's for anything. If you feel that is good for you, take the action. Don't sit idly. You are not monk now. If you're not on Himalayas, if you're not a monk, you have to take action. Because being a monk, you have to be calmer. You don't have to run behind anything. You don't have to take action. But till the time you are there, you are here in this world, and you are not at the minimal level, you are not at the average or more than the average, you want to earn, grow. So take actions. That is what important. So you can simply search Clinical Study Academy, Ganesh, on Google. You'll get our institute address. You'll get my phone number as well if you search Clinical Study Academy, our address as well. You'll get our website as well. Sanket, thank you, sir. Your video is really informative, helpful. Yeah, that is what I'm saying from my experience, guys. I'm the product of actions. See, I'll tell you 3 actions right now, guys. Always remember these 3 actions which I have taken and that changed my life. The very first action, I did my mechanical, right? After doing the mechanical, I was not so serious during my engineering what to do. After that, I chose the best thing for me. That was design engineering, because technology grows faster compared to handmade works. So I choose the softwares where I can get more exposure. So I choose design engineering. After that, I didn't found much growth there. After that, I tried different things. In that different things, I got the opportunity to learn clinical SAS and prepare for this role, and then eventually after spending 1.5 years, I got the job into clinical SAS. After getting the job, after spending some years and months, I felt I'm getting bored, I'm not getting interested into it, like the way I'm doing. I was much my interest was much going into the training part. Again, I took the risk after some years, and I left the job, a well-paying job for which a lot of people are asking. I left it because I felt my interest is into teaching, because I have seen the certain level of growth, work from home, salary and everything, and I was like, okay, now it is normal. What is something, how I can reward myself, how I can make myself happy, what is next for me? This is not the end here. Then I have decided, okay, the next is something for which I have to leave the job, and I started this Clinical Study Academy. So you can see, just with this span of 2 to 3 minutes, what I have told, with these 3 changes, how it shaped my life and my career and my journey. I'm here. Still I am planning to do something more, something new. Still I'm planning to do something more and something new. That is what life is, right? Life is not to get stuck somewhere. Who likes a constant thing, doing the same thing? If you are not interested, if you haven't chosen, 90% of us choose job for money. 90% of us choose a job which pays, on 80%, or most of us choose a job because we have to do a job, right? To earn money. I feel you should, after getting a high paying job, making some money, after reaching to some level, you should do something which you enjoy, which you love to do. And if you feel that your taste is getting changed, if you're not enjoying something and now you're enjoying something next, you should try that. That is what your life is, right? Till the time your hands are moving, your eyes are moving, your brain is working, your eyes can see, try everything you want to try. Because once it stops, your hand, your mind, your eyes, your mouth, your ears, you cannot try, your options get closed. So you have limited time. Try whatever you want to try. Don't get scared by rejections. Till the time your body is having the movement, it means you have the appetite to bring change in life. Once your body is not doing the movement, it means your appetite of bringing change in your life, that becomes difficult. Again, it's not impossible. So because there are some people like Stephen Hawking, right? They have this ALS or something, they have the health issue, right? They cannot move or anything. Their brain was active, but they cannot move. But they have done great things to this world, right? So till the time your body is moving, not only clinical SAS, whatever you want to do, get your health better, get your relationship better, you have to come out from something, you want to change your job, you you want to leave your job, you want to switch your job, try everything, guys, and don't make anyone responsible for your actions, for your life. No one else is responsible, neither me, neither someone else. You are the sole person who gonna be responsible. Because if you are a positive attitude person, if you are a person who take the things positively, make into action, don't stuck at one thing, it means you're not gonna stuck in life. If you found someone who did bad to you, or if you know, or you are having bad experience, you're gonna leave the person and you're gonna move forward. You're not gonna fight with him, you're not gonna spend your time on making him responsible for your bads or whatever is happening bad in your life, because that is a time waste, right? If you have this attitude, then you're not gonna grow in life, right? So that is what the life is. Till the time your body parts are moving, try your best, guys. Don't make anyone responsible. It's totally your decision, right? Whatever you want to do, it's your decision, it's not someone else's decision. Once you decide, why you're gonna blame to market or any other thing? You have decided, right? If it is not working, there are gonna be something better for you. But don't sit idly, keep trying till the time your body is having the movement, it is supporting you. Lian is, hi sir, I have completed clinical set courses, applied as a freshman, but not getting calls. Lian, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling, there we can discuss in detail, and even I can share some of the tips which is used by the recent, some of my students who got selected or interviews. Okay. So I can see 12 people here and 11 likes. So there are some new people, and if you're new, you should give a thumbs up, like, right, if you found this video is interesting. Okay. Guys, if you have more questions, you can ask quickly, or else we can wind up this discussion. Okay, so it seems, guys, there are not much new questions. So I hope this live was interesting for you, and you